people recognize that those in power in the world, the chief emitters, do not want to be capped, don't want to have to change their ways, and they will do anything to stop that from happening.
Hi, I'm Piper Foster of the Sopris Foundation and Ecologic Institute Berlin. Thanks for joining us on Day 4 of the Copenhagen Climate Summit.
What exactly does developed mean? Do you want to say chief polluters? That might be an interesting one. And the countries that don't pollute as much. I mean, basically, those in power name the names they want used. I think we're talking chief polluters here and those countries that haven't polluted as much. And then there's the up-and-comers, the ones that in the past perhaps did not have the level of emissions that they are now, I hope, not aspiring to, but what they're becoming.
I've looked at a number of different proposals for, like, should the G20 negotiate this, or should we create an E10, which would be the 10 largest emitters that would sort of solve the problem because they represent 80% of the emissions. And while that sounds like a much more plausible way to do negotiations, it neglects all of the other really important things that actually happen in the UN process, which is every country has a voice, and that's so important. I mean, the countries that are most effective are all the ones that are never allowed to come and express their opinion or have the ability to say no.
So 10,000 people live in Kyoto, and when their islands sink, they have no place to go. Without their family, they have a really rich culture, and they really like fantastic festivals, and it's like they're like pretty much like us, you know. There's nothing. Yeah, they're like us.
I've been saying, the first 30% reduction for emissions, it can be low cost or no cost. And I think that's a message that everybody wants to hear. Most of the leaders that I talked to, I had a meeting with the Costa Rican president 2 days ago, and he was very knowledgeable. They implemented a carbon tax in 1994 in Costa Rica, and a lot of this is second nature to them. I was meeting with the leaders of Norway, same thing, carbon tax years ago, huge reductions, and potential for job growth, energy security, energy independence, all these win-win solutions. Most people that have been involved with Kyoto are familiar with these concepts.
A big story that is not told here is that Kyoto doesn't sunset in 2012. That's something that the U.S. has pushed forward, that something brand new has to be created. And that brand new, the U.S. doesn't want to be binding. The fact is Kyoto can continue. And that's what many of the developing countries and the activists are talking about right now.